Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of New York Prisons Talks. Today we're gonna be talking about the box, what goes on in the box, and everything about the box. The box is isolation, solitary, the hole, however you want to call the box. New York, we call it the box. The box is just something that you don't even want to go to. I did 7 months straight in the box. Yeah, a lot of y'all probably thinking like, oh, he did 7 months in the box. That's nothing in the box. I know dudes that did 10, 15 years straight, completely in the box, and their mindset is a whole different way. But yeah, the box is like in New York, it's different population boxes. You got the shoe 200s, that's the smaller population box. And then you got the shoe 2000, that's like the whole jail is a box. You got like 2,000 inmates just in the box. And it's just crazy because you can have a bunkie in certain boxes, like another person sleeping with you, or you could just be by yourself in certain cells in the boxes. But me, I had both. I in some jail because they was bouncing me around from jail to jail to box to box. But the main box I want to talk about is Upstate box. That was like probably the best box I was in when it comes to the boxes because that box was fake loopy. Like meaning it was all type of things going on in that box. Like you got a bunkie in the box in Upstate box and you just you don't know when you first walk into the box. Let me just put it like this, because I'm gonna skip all of the part. Because you got to go through the process, and when you go into the box, you got to get hand. Everywhere you go, once you automatically maximum security, the highest risk on classification, you're automatically always on lockdown because you're considered the most threat, the most risk. So you're automatically on lockdown. You everywhere you get escorted, you're handcuffed. Everywhere is movement and you're leaving your cell, you're handcuffed, escorted by a couple police and maybe a sergeant, depending on where you're going to, what area and location you're going to. But you're always getting escorted with handcuffs on. And you're not wearing the same clothing as if you in population. You might wear a jumpsuit, or you're not wearing like your regular sneakers. You might have on some slippers or some Vans shoes or something. They make you try to make you feel uncomfortable as much as possible. Now, when you go through the processing before you go into the cell or going into the box, because they gotta process you, they gotta ask you all type of information if you good with bunkies and they just ask you all kinds of questions. They process you. Now, once you complete the processing part and you go into a cell, you may or may not have a bunkie, but 9 times out of 10, they put you with a bunkie. They try to put you with somebody that's gonna be somewhere just like you, somewhere similar to you, like same body weight, same type of body size, same type of nationality, same age. They don't like putting people with this is upstate. They don't like putting people with somebody that's mad old and you're young, or somebody that's like 300 and you're 150. They don't like putting people. So they try to place people around the same type of classification, and they try to compare you as much as possible. They pretty good at that too. That's one thing I can say. But now, when you walk into a cell, you don't know what kind of cell you're walking into, especially if you're game banging. You could be a crip and you walk into the cell with a blood. First thing you do when you walk into a cell, you automatically introduce yourself. Obviously, you have to. You can't just walk in the cell and start grilling him. That's automatically a fight. Remember, I was just talking about the grilling and staring and stuff like that. You don't want to do that. That's automatically problems, and your bunkie gonna be looking at you like, what did you coming in my cell acting all tough for, and all that, because it gets lit in the box. If you're especially if you have a bunkie in the cell, you really could become a punk. You really could become, the B word. You could become somebody like that if you're not like that. See, I was built like that. I didn't have no problems when I was in the bunk box with any bunkie I had. Word. I got along with all my bunkies. And I probably had about 4 or 5 bunkies. But I got along with all of them. Because I was going through different jails in different boxes. They just move you around when you're in the box. They like moving you to different jails and stuff like that. But when you first walk into the cell, you introduce yourself. If you're neutral, you shouldn't have a problem at all. Unless you probably from the same town as the dude. and y'all probably was beefing from the town or something. But if you a Crip and you walk into a cell and you into a blood cell and you be like, yo, what's cracking? And saying all this is lit. You not staying in that cell. He's not gonna allow you to stay in that cell. I can't live with each other automatically. I just seen Kings and Bloods live with each other, or Pathiels and Bloods live with each other. But the most hated gang in New York State is the Crips. No matter what, I don't care what kind of gang. They the most hated. I don't care, cause that's all the people, all out of everybody that gang bang. Crips is like the only type of gang members, gang people that just be in a box. They don't be in population at all. They don't survive in population. They go to population and they getting smoked right back at into isolation. They don't survive in population. Bloods ain't doing that. You're going back to the box. Now, if you any other gang, it's a different story. Unless y'all at war at the moment. But Crips, no matter what, y'all not staying in that jail at all. I don't care what you say. I done been in mad jails. Y'all not staying in there. So a lot of Crips be going to the boxes and they be going to cells where his blood's at. And that's where it be problems. As soon off the rip, it's just as soon you say what you say and y'all say who y'all are, y'all automatically not staying in the same cell because y'all gonna fight. Now, when I was in Upstate, see the people, the police like to soon you walk into the cell, they like to stand there for a few seconds to see if it's gonna pop off or not. Because it really be popping off as soon when they literally get into the cell. Like some dude might stick it up, talking about just pop it off on his bunkie or something like that. So they stay there. Soon they close your cell door, they stay in the window. It's a little window in the door, like literally a little window in the door, and they stay there right there to see if y'all gonna fight. It's like entertaining for them, like two inmates in the cage about to just fight. They like two animals in the cage. They like seeing that. They really do. In Upstate, because they all racist. All those police up there is racist. But one thing I can say about the police in Upstate by, because I was in Clinton, I was in Franklin, I was in a few jails around that area. But even though they're racist, they actually respect dudes in that box because they know if we start wilding on them, they gotta answer to us. We will turn it up, like kicking on the doors and stuff like that. So they give us a lot of respect. Basically, if we don't bother them, they don't mess with us. That's how it is. It's a mutual respect. Even though they racist, they still show us respect. In that one jail only, that one box upstate correctional facility, that's the only box jail I know in that whole um Clinton County, I think it's called Monroe County, that whole county section. They respect out of all them jails up there, that box they respect all the way. But being in that box is just different. You gotta watch your back because you go into the cell, you say what you say, and then you might get into a fight. Police might be right there. So you get another ticket once you fight and all that, obviously, because I can't stay in the same cell and they gotta put it on paper. And you might get more box time. You're gonna get more box time. I might be 30 days, might be 2 weeks, 30 days, depending on how many fighting tickets or your depending on your history, how many tickets you got and stuff like that. But if you cool with your bunkie, which I was cool with all my bunkies, I had good bunkies. I had bloods as bunkies. I had neutrals as bunkies. I had white boys as bunkies. I was cool with all my bunkies. I had people from my hometown, Staten Island, where I'm from, as bunkies. Lit. That was lit. But when I was in Upstate, it was living with another dude in the cell is weird because you can't do the things you want to do as if you was in your own cell. You can't like just do like you gotta like sleep with him, eat with him. You know, y'all using the same bathroom with each other. You gotta make up a curtain. A curtain. You gotta put a string of line across the cell when you want to use the bathroom or you take a shower. Put up a string of line and throw your towel or your sheets over the line and use it as like a clothesline hanger and to cover your section where you either showering or using the bathroom. That was annoying. I didn't like that part at all because it's mad uncomfortable. Y'all in the same cell, so you can hear him using the bathroom. Like it's out of line. I didn't like that part. But you just gotta watch out. That's the one thing I didn't like is you had to share the cell with somebody eating and y'all get hungry. Y'all want to eat each other's food or y'all trying to save food, you know. But you try to show your bunkie as much as respect as possible because y'all both going through the struggles. You know, y'all always talking about y'all life stories and y'all just have stories on deck. Y'all get books, you know, packages. Me and packages is just probably it's just magazine and books basically. It's just magazine and books and whatever, and you just get letters, magazine, books. You know, letters don't come in the packages, but I'm just saying that's like the only things from the outside world that be coming in. Probably little sketchbooks or some drawing books or a book full of games like crossword puzzles and stuff like that. You know, that's basically your pictures. That's basically the stuff you really get from the outside world. You can't get much. They don't allow you anything. In the box, you get three holes in the wall. You get one like plugged into your headphones. You get one that's music, might be whatever station they have it on. It might be a schedule. In upstate, they give you a schedule with all type of different hours, different music plays. So it might be 2 hours of rap, 2 hours of R&B, 2 hours of country, and so on and so on. And you, the second hole is gonna be probably a sports channel, a sports station or something. The third hole is gonna be a news station. You know, so you got your news, you got your sports, and you got your music. Or they might be switching up and they might play whatever's on a TV channel on one of the holes. They be doing that too. That's the only entertainment you be getting. In upstate, you get 2 to 3 hours of rec. Might be longer. It depends on what level you on because they go by classification and level. Basically, if you're on level 1, you basically not having any type of good recreation. 2 and 3, you get a little more. Now they had changed the rules in the box with the classification levels because of, you know, somebody, a lot of people been filling out lawsuits about how they didn't, they going insane, they mentally getting messed up in the head because they just they inside a cell with no type of entertainment, no type of way to really to brighten their way up, you know, like they going crazy. You know, imagine doing 10 years straight in the box. People is like that. It's dudes in the box right now that got that much time in right now. They just spent their whole bid in the box. That's not cool. Even though I did 7 months in the box and I learned my lesson, I never did box time after that. I did 7 months in the box after 5 years of being locked up. My fifth year being locked up, I get 7 months in the box. I'm not gonna talk about why, but I did that. You know, I did that, and you know, being an upstate, when you go to rec is basically they got the front door of your cell and then the back door of your cell. The back door of your cell is the door that opens up. They gotta click it from the front to open your door up. And once they open your door up, you go outside into a rec pen. It's a cage basically. You're not going anywhere. It's just a cage. You're not going anywhere at all. Now, this is the only thing about upstate. Upstate is crazy. Now you got something called fishing. Fishing is when they tie. You make a pole, like a newspaper pole. You tie. You you go like this. I'm gonna show you right now. I can show you right now. It's not gonna be an exact pole, but I'm gonna give you the idea. You put this is a pole right here. Dudes tie strings to make it tighter and strong, and you put you tie this up. You make you tie this up to tighten it, right? Now you put another string, wrap it around, and you make a long string. And at the end of that string that is tied to this, you put in either a soap bar or some type of weight that you could throw the pole. You're throwing the pole, like literally, you're throwing the pole either across to a few cells down or you're throwing it across a building. Now I didn't see dudes make some fire poles where they really throwing it over the building in upstate. Like literally throwing it over the building in upstate. Like I done seen some stuff and the way how you fish in upstate, you are just throwing it. You gotta use the ways you doing it. Like it's crazy. It's really crazy. I didn't see dudes make a ball of t-shirt mixed with like I think cold crab soap. I didn't know how they used to do it, but I seen them do it. Mixed with like cold crab soap, and it would be a ball. And they used to tie the ball to a string to the ball, and they would because the cage you got the fence. It's a fence outside, and it's a little cage, a little area, and then it's a fence. But within that area, within the rec area, you could see everybody across. You might see people across in the other rec pins and stuff. Now, dudes is throwing that all the way across, connecting. And then you got the other person that you trying to get to, he throwing his line all the way across to get to you. And then somehow y'all got to figure a way to tingle the lines together. Once you got the lines tingled together, y'all bring the line up, it's on the ground, y'all bring it up and it straightens out and y'all connected. Y'all completely connected. It's one long line going across from his cell to your cell. And y'all tie on a thick line after that. It's mad ways, techniques. You tie on a thick line after that because when you want to put heavy stuff going through the gate, because the hose is like this big, so you got to find stuff to find ways to put it through the gate. Now what be going through the gate is magazine, girl books, you know regular magazines, food, might be food, a lot of drugs, mainly drugs, go through those gates. A lot of small stuff go through the gates. And dudes is doing this all day long as much as possible until the rec period is completely over. You got a lot of kites, meaning letters, messages passing back and forth. It's just, that's the way we connect in a box. They do this in maximum population too. Like when you in your cell and we not out for record program, that's how dudes connect too. In population you sending coffee and other stuff, but in the box you don't have coffee, you don't have commissary or food or anything. So the main thing you're passing is magazine, drugs, letters, pictures too, and books. That's all he really passing. Might here and there might be a couple clothes. Somebody was going down on the visiting floor. They probably had a shirt that they got, depending on their level or something, or like not depending on their level. I'm lying. They're like a state shirt. They had a nice state shirt or something, because a lot of dudes don't be having nice clean state shirts for when they go down to the visiting floor, stuff like that. A lot of things, whatever valuable things, it might be hammers, weapons that go through them gates on the lines, and or some type of stuff that's small that fit through the gate. It be all type of stuff going through the gate. Dudes be making box pies. A box pie is a pie full of just snacks that they probably saved up through the week. Oatmeal, cookies, honey bun cakes, anything sweet, sugar, peanut butter, and they mix it all together. And they make it into a pie, like a cake, a nice cake. We call it a box pie, but it's really a cake. It's nice cake mixed with all type of stuff that they saved up through the week, and it might be big. And dudes is nice with it. Some dudes be making pastries with it. Some dudes is real nice with it, and they just really just making box pies. That's they cakes and desserts. It took a whole week just to make a whole cake, or just saving stuff. Or you gotta try to save stuff because you only getting 3 meals a day. So you try to save as much food as possible. You be praying for the food. For when that tray come, your food tray come, you be praying and hoping that it's filled to the top because you be starving. Especially somebody that got their weight up. Like I had my weight up in jail. You know, you really want to like make sure that food was good. I done lost weight. You dudes go in the box, come out and looking smoke. I lost probably about 10 pounds when I did the 7 months. Cause I was only eating 3 meals a day, and I wasn't really working out like that. Cause you don't have energy to work out like that. Cause you only getting 3 meals. A lot of dudes probably work out right before they eat lunch or right before they eat dinner. That's not gonna do anything. You're gonna be hungry a few hours later after that. Even though you just worked out and did eat, you still gonna be hungry later on. Cause your muscle it need to eat, need fuel to grow. But like the box is crazy. You got a lot of dudes just shouting out everywhere. A lot of dudes is just yelling through the doors and through the hallways or across outside and stuff like that. Police they don't be caring about nothing. Though they when they make their rounds, meaning when they try to check up on you, they just walking right past your cell fast as possible. They not even trying to look in your cell. You could be calling an officer for hours or for minutes and they not responding. So what everybody do is just start kicking on these cell doors. Mad loud. They kicking. Like I'm talking about we all 10 people kicking on their cell door. CO, CO, CO need help. CO, cell 27 need assistance. CO help. Word. They calling for help. They not responding. You just keep trying to turn it up as much as possible. Officer try to play you, and you need something. They not coming. You just keep kicking on your. They hate that because it be loud. The cells be the cell hallways. It echoes out into the front bubble, and it just be loud. Cause I remember a few times when I was in the front and I heard dudes kicking on their cell doors. It was loud, and they don't like that. So They can't do nothing. You're already in the box. They can't do nothing. What can you do? You're already in the box. They can't do nothing. So they gonna respond to you because they don't want you to keep kicking on your cell doors. And then the sergeant, their bosses or the lieutenants might be coming through and they asking why is they kicking on their doors? What's going on? Like go see what's wrong. You know? Cause dudes be passing out in there and smoking, getting high, doing all type of stuff in there, and and they not responding. So they gotta respond to all of that. You only get like shower depending on what level you are, or because the higher the level you are, the more privileges you might get, like more rec or extra showers or something. But technically, in upstate or any box, you don't get a shower every day. You get a shower every other day, about 4 times a week, I believe, 3 to 4 times a week. It might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah, that's how it is. Like 3 times a week, a shower. If you like a level 3, you might get an extra shower. You know, it's just hard. It's hard being in population. I mean, being in on the box because you just trying to get it over with every day. You don't know what's going on. You get a phone call every 30 days, literally. You getting that phone call every 30 days. Or you don't have any contact with the streets, only through letters or the phone every 30 days. And it's just right being in the box. You're not literally doing nothing. You're in the box, you're just telling stories. You're either arguing with somebody, talking to your mans a few cell doors down, talking about other jails. You're just talking about things that's been going on in other jails. Because these dudes coming in and out of jails all day long. From different different parts of the state or different jails. Dudes is coming into the box. So somebody come out, they just start talking about what happened in the last jail. That jail might be at war with other gang members and stuff like that. It's different. It's a lot to talk about. The box is a big topic to talk about, but I'm gonna try to sum it up as much as possible. It's just a lot to go on. You just gotta just find ways to kill time as much as possible. Watch who you talk to, watch the things you say, because you can see that dude in the population, and y'all end up in the same jail and they get lit. So watch, don't try not to argue with dudes. I never argue with dudes in the box. Actually, everybody in the box liked me, and every box I went to, I was cool with everybody. Because you do know who's in each cell. Because y'all all talk to each other. Y'all ain't have nothing. Y'all don't have anything else to do but talk to each other. You're reminiscing on stories. You're either writing. You're trying to make up a master plan. You're drawing. You're reading, listening to books or something that's trying to keep you working out, trying to keep you entertained. Because that box is nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're just in your cell 23 hours a day. No, you're in your cell 24 hours a day, all day long. But you get wrecked 2 to 3 hours a day. And there's nothing else to do. It's whack. It's whack. You're trying to survive as much as possible with your bunkie or without your bunkie. I don't advise anybody to get locked up, go to the box, because it's really whack. You try to do the best you can do. Just try to do the best you do. So you tell people that might be thinking about, any family members or somebody that's on the wrong path, or that's debating to do anything to go to the box, trying to get into fights. It's not worth going to the box at all. It's not worth getting locked up at all. Let's put it like that. But if you probably might get locked back up, or if you're one of those people that might get locked up and you're watching this video, just know that the box is not popping at all. So I thank you for everybody that watched this video, and I hope y'all learned and have anything y'all want to talk about. Come message me or comment in the briefs and let me know how y'all feel about this video. Thank you, and I appreciate everything y'all been doing for me. Deuces.